Hey guys, so I wanted to teach you guys how to do a brow covering. I'm going to be showing you what to use. So I'm going to be using Elmer's glue. It's a washable skull glue stick and it's in a purple shade. So it's this guy right here. Alright, and first of all, to do a brow covering, this is what most drag queens use to make sure that the brows are down. So, and I have pretty thick brows, so what I did, I washed my face before I did. And what you're going to be needing also is the color of your foundation and also powder and possibly concealer if you need concealer, but I'll show you the way I do it. So alright, so first of all, what I'm going to be doing, just put it directly on. And then just put it the growth of the way the hair goes. And what I'm doing, I'm making sure I actually see the hair, it's flattening. Make sure to check angles. Alright, cool. So it looks like it is flat. See a few strokes, and that's it. Alright, so I'm going to let this dry, give it about 10 minutes. I'm just going to grab the blow dryer so that way it will dry faster. Alright? Alright, so what I'm going to be doing just to kind of fill it in so then that way it doesn't show the texture of my brows, I'm going to be scraping some off with a spatula. And from there, I'm just going to put it right over the brow. And then make sure I'm using the spatula, that way it's flattening all the hair. And then this way it won't show the texture of the brow. Okay. Same glue that I'm using. Same Elmer's glue. Ooh. Don't want some of that language on here. Sorry, there's a movie that's on the living room. Alright. Go back. Just make sure it's all flat. There we go. It's gonna look a little weird. You want to make sure to work fast too, that way you don't have the little globby things. Alright. And then I'll do the same thing on the other brow. Okay, so now what I did, I actually used a concealer to cover my brow, and then I use a Select SPF 15 the Select Pressed Powder Foundation, the Select Sheer Pressed Powder the Select Sheer Pressed Powder from MAC. So I used my color NC45, so I use this guy, and then I use the NW30 Studio Finish Concealer, which comes in a little pot like this. And right after I did this, I flattened it with my spatula, and I used the round part just to kind of get it more flat. And then from there, I scooped some out, and then I used a 249 brush from MAC to apply it on. So, and now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be putting on the concealer on first. So now that it's dry, I could put it directly on. And I'm stippling. That way I get the whole brow covered. And then wherever you see, if you need to go back in, just grab a little bit more concealer. And then just kind of fill it in, just press it with the brush, so then that way you won't see the hair. And then after this, like if you want to kind of play around with your brows and see how you would want to shape them, you could do that, especially for like drag queens. They could, you know, if you want, you could get like stencils. I know Sally's beauty supply store sells stencils for the brows, so that way you could, you know, if you're having trouble filling them in. But usually what I always do, I always grab a dark powder and then very lightly just go in and kind of grab a light powder, and then from there I start kind of putting a guide. So then that way you could see how you want your brow to be. This is probably like, you know, a little advanced, but hey, practice is perfect. Alright, so now wherever I left off, just grab my finger and you see like right there, just grab a little bit more concealer. And I'm gonna go back to after I powder it, so then that way it will flatten it out. And then I'm gonna grab it's the 129 brush. It's this guy. You can use it for powder or for blush. And I'm gonna use my powder. And then just press. And that's how you get a brow cover. Or you get to cover your brows. This would be good like for like Halloween if you want to like kind of redo your brows, or if you want to do something, you know, crazy, you could do this. And then I'm just gonna grab my spatula, and then in the outside corner I'm just kind of like just push, so then that way the texture of my hair will go away. Just push. And then what I'm gonna be doing, go back with concealer, just touch that up so it'll go away. And then powder. And you can still kind of see it. Well, I could see it. And then just like press. Press it in, press it in. And I always like push the brush into it, so then that way the powder will get in everywhere. So then that way you don't have to see anything. And it will look flush. Cool. So that's your tutorial for brow covering, and check out the next one. I'm actually going to do a Lady Gaga inspiration eyeliner, so along with this. All right, so I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.